Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Aces Wild pregame show presented by Aces Wild Video Game and Parlor. We're coming to you live from the Perch for homecoming tonight. Columbia Quarterback Club put on a tailgate for all the former players as we'll be honoring the 1972 team, 50 years of Columbia Eagles football here in Columbia, Illinois. Alex Schlemmer and Jared Germain coming to you live again tonight. And Jared, we're down here in the tailgate right now. They got food, they got t-shirts. Going to have a little bit of a fun atmosphere coming in here for this Week 7 matchup. Yeah,
you got homecoming, like you said, and you got 50 years of Columbia football, so I'm sure the kids will be ready. You got blackout. They're wearing the black uniforms tonight, so should be a fun one tonight.
This 1972 team, they were able to bring, I think, about 8 guys down here. One guy came from California, so they traveled back in. Pretty neat. They were in the Wednesday parade with us. They had a float, so good job by the Eckert boys putting it together. And like I said, you got a couple guys that are all standing around, so they're coming home. They got Coach Day, the head coach from back in the day. He came in, so pretty cool atmosphere, pretty fun atmosphere. And we've seen a couple young guys, and we talked to a couple of them for coming home too.
Yeah, just saw Ronnie Hunsaker walk up, McKendry boy, and then you got Sam and Nick watching all the time on the live stream. So yeah, a lot of old faces that we're used to seeing around Columbia football. So I'm excited for tonight.
Whenever we talk about the Columbia Quarterback Club, there's one guy that we talk about. He's the head of it. He's the main guy, and that's President Ron Hunsaker. Ron, thanks for the Columbia Quarterback Club for putting this on.
Oh, you bet. We're super excited to be here for homecoming night, and we're lucky to have just a ton of support in the community for our organization to be able to do little extra things like this for the ex-players, and then really just make sure the kids that are in the program now just have a fantastic experience. So for those of you that do watch, we really appreciate all the continued support we get.
So one thing that we do in the Quarterback Club, or two things that we do, we have our chicken and beer dance that comes to you every February. That's the second weekend of February, the second Saturday. Southside Johnny is going to be playing this year, so be able to look out on our Facebook page, Columbia Quarterback Club. You can get your tickets on there. We'll send out all that information. And then talk this year, we're moving the golf tournament this year. We're going to be out at Acorns.
Right, yeah, we're going to be at Acorns the first Saturday in June. We usually put on a great event. There's lots of food, and again, all the donations go to Columbia football, and we've been able to branch out here recently to some other activities as well. So if you get a chance to come out and play with us, that'd be great. We'd appreciate it.
All right, so that's the first weekend in June for the golf tournament, second weekend of February for the chicken and beer dance. Ron, thanks for joining us. I guess one more question. How much do you do for the football program, whether that's the high school, the Blue Jays, kind of move the money around? It's not all for the big fun tents. We do some stuff that help with the players and the safety and all that goes on Friday.
Sure, we've purchased the helmets, the helmet sensors. We did that a few years ago. The gator, the trailer. We've donated to the golf team. We've rangefinders. We've donated to Special Olympics. Gene Gocher's program, they run that in the spring. So a lot of other things besides football. So that's why we really appreciate if you get an opportunity to come out to one of our events. We really just pump it all back into the school and the kids and the community best we can. So thank you for that.
All right, now I'll let you go. You got CJ back there. He was a 1970-something grad of Columbia quarterback, so I think about 79, I believe it was. So he's one of the old guys coming back today. So thank you guys. Hope, go ahead.
Yeah, if I could just say one more thing. It's much more than just me. Alex is involved. CJ's involved. Ralph Stone, those are our board members. So, and the list goes on. There's a ton of other people that have just been involved over the years. So, again, great sponsors, great support, great involvement. Just thanks everybody for that.
All right. Well, we're going to head to a break, and when we come back with the Aces Wild pregame show, we're going to talk last week's game. A rough one, not one that we want to talk about, but we're going to recap it, and then we are going to be talking about homecoming and the Salem Wildcats. So stick with us, and we'll be back with the Aces Wild pregame show after this. Welcome back to the Aces Wild pregame show presented by Aces Wild Video Game and Parlor. One thing to remind you folks, tomorrow, Saturday, October 8th, is the Rib War. Starts at 9 a.m., big barbecue competition in the Aces Wild parking lot located at 208 North Main Street. You got ribs, pulled pork, good eats, competition, friendly competition, of course. And it's just all in all going to be a good day. I think, Jared, we had a day tomorrow like we had today, 65 degrees. Nobody wants to sit at home and come out, watch some college football, and eat some ribs. You going to be up there?
I might. I got work, so I might stop by after.
Well, there you go. Just come right across the street. So let's talk a little bit last week. Like I said, don't want to. Wasn't a very pretty game, but Eagles take it on the chin, 22-13. Jared giving up 289 yards on the ground. What are your thoughts on that game last week?
I think what we've kind of said all year, you got to get stops on first down. I mean, you got to manage first down. You don't want those 2nd and 4, 3rd and 2. You got to get them in those 1st and longs and 2nd and long. So I'm looking forward tonight to see if our defense is ready for that, because I think they run the same type of offense.
I saw a couple things of film, and it looked like it was the same. So, you look at that game last week, their running back was 0 for 1 passing. Their quarterback was 1 for 1 for 10 yards, 10-yard touchdown. So, name of the game last week was control the line of scrimmage. And another one, you talk about turnovers, and that was really the difference in last week's game.
Yeah, I mean, we had the ball inside the 20, I think 3 times, and we turned the ball over. I know we had one on the 4-yard line, and we fumbled it into the end zone, which was a real heartbreaker. And then that early pick we can kind of get away from, but we just can't fumble the ball over like we did last week.
And that's something that Coach Horner always mentions in that Holton Meets Coach's Corner that's on Spotify. You get to listen to that whenever you'd like. Just search Inside the Nest, and he wants to hold on to the football. And he said this week it's going to be another time of possession game. You look at that the game we had last week against the Oilers, really held on to the football, and I think we even made a comment. I wonder how long we've had the ball. So we thought Columbia was going to come out firing, and we did. But we sputtered out ball that went through Zach Wetzel's hands that typically doesn't happen whenever he's at the wide receiver position. Went through his hands, ends up in a pick. And the Eagles after that really couldn't get anything going on the offensive side of the ball either.
Yeah, I mean, once defenses know that they can stop Don Vegley a little bit, it can get to be a little easier. But last week we just really couldn't get anything going in the first half on the offensive side of the ball. Second half, defense came out and we got a couple stops and got the ball in the offense's hands again. We made it a close game, but just couldn't get that W.
So after the game, me and Jared were talking in the broadcast. Hey, why are we going for 2 here? If you're the coach, if you get it right and you go for it, and you convert, you're a smart guy. Unfortunately, we scored. We didn't convert. And Jared walked up to Coach Jermaine right after. He goes, "Dad, what are you doing?" He goes, "Jared, haven't stopped them all night. We're going to have to go for it." So hindsight now when we're looking at it, what do you think of the call now?
I like it because, I mean, we were on our heels all night. They get the ball at the 10-yard line in overtime. We're probably not going to stop them. So now I kind of understand a little bit better.
All right, well, we were just getting ready to get kicked off here as homecoming game's about to get underway. We're going to relocate, and we're going to talk a little bit more about this homecoming game. We got the Eagles and the Wildcats of Salem coming up right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Aces Wild pregame show. We moved down to the field. We're back where we belong over here, and I'm joined by 2 grads and guys that don't have to come home for homecoming, but always enjoy it. Matt Cripple, the manager. How long you been managing here for us?
No, I've been here for a couple of years, since Scott Horner has, and I love doing it for the team because they're great people, and I enjoy being with the team.
Good deal. What year did you graduate?
1991.
1991. So you were right behind Coach G, 1990 grad then, huh? So you've grown up watching him all along, huh?
That's right.
Who's your favorite player since your 1990 season and since Coach Horner's been here? Who's going to be your number 1 athlete that you watched?
I have several, but I'm not calling names out, so everybody's a great player.
All right, fair enough. I like that answer. That's a good, honest answer. So we'll flip over here, Coach G. Now, we'll talk homecoming week now with the high school here. You're the director, the head judge, I guess you'd say, of the homecoming games. Who won this year's Spirit Stick and homecoming games and all that throughout the week?
It was a great day, Alex. Yesterday, the kids were all in the gym, packed. We haven't had that several years because of COVID, but it was nice to see all the kids in there having a good time. Seniors lost the tug of war, but they came back and they were able to win the Spirit Stick. So it's always nice for the seniors to win the Spirit Stick, but they got to do better at that tug of war.
Don't tell me the freshmen beat them.
No, it wasn't the freshmen. I believe it was the sophomores.
Oh, well, a little bit better, but not much. So you look at homecoming, we've seen some familiar faces that you played with, some guys that you coached. What's it mean to you whenever you get to see all these guys come back? I mean, there's a guy out here I know from California, so how neat is it to see the support that you have year in and year out?
Yeah, any time you get guys, the alumni back, it's awesome. Talking to a couple players when we walked down here for pregame, Tyler Dillon was down here with his little 2-year-old kid, and talked to John Heineken today on the phone. He was texting me, hopefully going to make it tonight, and Jay Gal. Even Alex, seeing Alex Schlimmer down here all the time is pretty cool. But homecomings for all those guys. Hopefully we can take care of business out here on the football field, and we can enjoy the night.
Good deal. Well, enjoying the night means you got to get a victory, so no pressure. Salem's coming in tonight. Similar offense to what we saw last week against East Alton. Not to bring up bad news, 289 yards on the ground. Just going to throw that out there to you. So what's the key tonight? And you're going to tell me just read your keys. So give me something a little bit more than that.
We got to win first down. We cannot give up big plays on first down. And guys got to honor their gap. They got to win battles, and that's what we say every day at practice. So do your assignment, do your job, and win the first down battle, and put them in situations where they have to throw the ball.
All right. Well, thanks for coming in, and good luck tonight, and go get another Eagles victory tonight. How about that?
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you. So now we'll bring Jared back in, and you look at this game coming in tonight, the Coquette Conference. Eagles still in the midst of getting a championship. Thanks, Crip. I forgot to say thanks to you, too. Eagles still in the midst. If they win out, their destiny's in their own hands. So you look at, I believe it's Freeburg and Roxana playing tonight, and Breeze Central versus East Alton Wood River, right? Nope, I said that backwards. Freeburg is against East Alton Wood River, Roxana and Central. So Eagles got to win out, and they got the destiny in their own hands.
Yeah, and I mean, this could be a get-back game for next week. I mean, we got to travel to Breeze Central, which is always a hostile environment, we know, for both of us. But this is a big get-back game for the offense and defense side of the ball. See if we can get another shutout tonight and pitch up another 40 on the scoreboard, and then we can go to Breeze Central next week.
Well, you got the right mindset. So Columbia, I mean, they've been on top of that conference championship and conference standings for a long time. So that's your first goal every year, is to win conference, then make the playoffs, and then make a run in the playoffs. So got to check off the first box, and like you said, you got to get back on that win column. So you look at this Salem team that we come into tonight. You said running. They're a strong physical team. They're always going to be bigger kids. So I'd like to see our guys respond. I thought last week I don't want to say it was soft, but once they hit us in the mouth a couple times, we kind of were on our heels, like you said earlier all night.
Yeah, and I think Salem's going to be a lot bigger than us up front, but we might be a lot quicker. So that could be an advantage to us tonight. We can hit those gaps quicker and get guys in the backfield.
So if you're going to look at your 3 keys, I know typically I ask you this a little bit later. So if you look at your 3 keys tonight, what do you got in mind?
I'd say come out and start just sling the ball around a little bit. Get up early. Second of all, get stops on first down, like Coach Germain said. And then third one, I'd probably say just live it up. I mean, you got homecoming, you got old players coming back watching you play. It's going to be a fun night, so I'd enjoy it. And, I mean, those are my 3 keys. So.
All right, well, we're getting ready to get underway. Got the guys out stretching here behind us. I haven't even seen Salem come out. So, that long bus ride a little bit last week, as we said, we didn't have school. So did that affect us a little bit last week? But we don't have school today. So let's see. Salem's got that long bus drive. We've got no school last week. We got no school this week. So some big question marks to be answered right there. So hopefully the focus is a little bit more. And that was one thing that Coach Horner mentioned in that Holton Meets Coach's Corner. He said, that's on the coaches. We got to have the guys ready to go. He goes, so they didn't do their job last week. Let's see if they can have it a little bit more this week as we get ready for homecoming here at Columbia. Week 7 matchup. Eagles are coming in 4-2. The Salem Wildcats 1-5. And a couple things that I have to mention real quick. I should have done it at the start. good luck and congratulations to our golfers that we have. We have Jacob Hill. He is competing going into day 2 of the state tournament. He's golfing up in Bloomington. We did not get a score on him, but he did qualify for day 2. And then all of the girls on the girls golf team, congratulations. The team qualified, and now they're moving on to day 2. So Ainsley Schrader led the way, 85. Avery Arendale, 89. Sabrina Lengang, 94. And May Descher, 95. And that is taking place up in Decatur. So good things going for the Eagles here on all levels of sports as they're all getting into playoff time. So good luck. Congratulations to the golfers on making it to state. And I think we're going to head up to the booth now, and we'll go ahead and wrap up that Aces Wild pregame show. So come back right after this break, and we'll keep it going, and we'll get you into kickoff. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. That'll do it for the Aces Wild pregame show. We're getting kicked off early here from the Columbia Multi-Purpose Field as Don Vegley kicked the ball off to the left side of the field. It was picked up at about the 35, and the Wildcats returned it to the 41. Salem coming in, all white uniforms with the green tops. Eagles are going to go blue bottoms, black tops, and white helmets. October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, getting out the pink this month. So the Eagles are going to go 4 men down, running back to the right, sniffer back to the left side. Going to be a handoff. Nope, quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to go up the middle, and he's going to be brought down. Looks to me like number 57, Mason Snable in on the tackle.
I'm going back to last week, like we said earlier.
57, Mason Snable on the stop for the Eagles.
So we can get into those manageable 2nd and 3rd downs on the defensive side of the ball. We don't want them having 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6. It'd be nice to just get them a 2nd and 10 or even a loss of yards there, but we know they're gonna run the ball a lot, so our defensive line and linebackers got to show out tonight.
Like you said, Jared, we're going to be outmatched on the line, and they got some big boys going up on that offensive side of the ball. Doubles to the left side, 2 running backs. They're going to hand it off, stretch it out wide to the right side. They're going to get to the 50, and there's going to be a hold. Coach G was calling for it right away. Look at that, a little pink flag, a little laundry out there. That's a nice little touch. Hey, one thing I need to change that I mentioned in the Aces Wild pregame show, I said Jacob Hill for golf. He's a former quarterback. It is actually Jacob Hall. So Jacob, I apologize. Jacob Hall is in Bloomington for the state golf tournament, and he qualified for day 2. So quick little change there. So one other thing from that Aces Wild pregame show, rib board tomorrow, don't forget, 9 a.m. is when it starts. Cooking time starts at 11, so if you need something to do, get up to Aces and enjoy some good eats and some good competition. After the holding penalty, it's going to be a passing down for the Wildcats. They're going to go to the second level. It's going to be intercepted. Intercepted, Dom Begley. He's got the right side, makes one man miss, runs into his own guy, and gets taken down at the 20-yard line. 40-yard line, not 20, 40.
That's just the start you want right there. On that 2nd down, you have a holding call, pushing back to 2nd and long. You know they're a run-first team, so they don't have a lot of plays on 2nd and 15 there. They decided to roll out to the left side, and number 12 with an interception there, Don Vegley.
Salem at their own 40-yard line.
So this Eagles offense fluttered a little bit last week. Wasn't able to get too much done, so we'll see what they get figured out. Good starting position here at the 40-yard line, 10:45 on that Manny McGuire Group scoreboard. Vegley's going to have doubles to the left, sniffer back left, running back right. He's going to fake it. Going to be a pass out here to Wyke. Great block out there by Wetzel. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown Eagles. Slinging around, that's what you wanted, Jared, and that's what the Eagles do.
Pass complete from Don Bailey to number 23, Brennan White.
I looked right at Coach Horner whenever he was at about the 20. He put his arms up in the air. He knew it was touchdown right there. And that might be one of the first touchdowns we've had on an opening drive, too, I would think. Our first drives this year haven't been the prettiest. We've usually either punted it or turned the ball over, so get out to a good start here.
On for the PAT. Vegley going to do the kicking once again. Good snap, good hold, kick is up. And it sneaks inside that right upright, and it's good. With that, takes that Mandy McGuire group scoreboard. Columbia 7, Salem 0, 10:35 remaining in the first quarter. We're going to stick with it here. And another thing, which I think is one of the coolest things that we've got to announce this year, Madison Groom is part of the ROTC here at Columbia. And every year the ROTC, they give out a scholarship to 200 people. And she learned how to fly when kids are going out getting their driver's license. She now has her license to fly an airplane. So she is one of 200 recipients of this award. 85,000 people apply for it. So that's a pretty awesome feat, and pretty neat to get to announce it, and pretty neat that we get to have that here in Columbia.
We recognized her before the game tonight. We probably would have got there in time. We still had 5-6 minutes up on the clock, but our pregame show took us all the way down to kickoff, so glad we didn't miss that start, though.
So the Eagles, Jared wanted it to be a fast starting game, and that's what he got. Eagles go, 40 yards, I guess it was, for a touchdown. Vaguely a better kick this time. It was a low line drive last time. Gets this one down to the 3, and it's fumbled. Good job getting down the field by Ben Scott with a great tackle at the 13-yard line, and these boys are a complete night and day difference from last week when we saw them playing.
Yeah, you can even tell on the sideline, guys are pumped up tonight. Last week, any big play that happened, it was just, all right, let's just get to the next play. And but tonight, little sense of enthusiasm, and even the coaches. You see Coach Kendall and Coach Horner getting pumped up down there.
I guess that chicken parm and chicken bodega from Joe Bacardi's before the game might have something to do with that.
Oh, they said they were all full, too. They could barely even walk down to the field after.
Everyone in the box now for the Eagles. Going to be a run right up the middle. Big bruiser of a running back. Me and Jared were talking earlier. He's going to get 6. Jared, what do you got on that running back?
He's 5'9", 240. He's probably not very quick, but he's going to put his head down. He can run you over. So you better be the lower man whenever you're going to tackle him, because you don't want to hit him up high.
Bring up a second down, 3 yards to go.
So 2nd and 3, Mason Vagley gets credit with the tackle there. The sophomore stepping up in the defensive back position.
You even look at that running back there.
He looks like a lineman.
Yeah, he does.
He's going to be the pistol back this time. They're going to pull to the right side with 2 lead linemen, let's call it, and he's going to get enough for a first down. He was way down whenever the ball popped out. Officials didn't even get excited and blow the whistles again.
Jason Sullivan
Be good enough for a Salem first down.
Brought down by number 2, Carter Hicks.
Once again, thank you to the Columbia Quarterback Club putting on the pregame tailgate for homecoming here. 50 years, 1972 team is going to be honored in between the first and second quarter. Running back to the right side this time. They're going to hand it off to him once again. He's going to run. He's going to get hit by, look like Carter Hicks there, and he's going to get the tackle, gain of 3.
Carter Hicks in on the tackle again.
Carter got him a little high there, and Carter's 6'5", trying to get down and get that little guy might be tough, but
it was a slow Wildcat to get up. Might have been that running back. I couldn't really tell what number it was.
Number 84, I believe. Looks about the same build as
84? They don't even have an 84 on the roster.
No. Number 1 in your hearts. So 64? Not one of them either. Nope. All right. Same formation for the Wildcats. 5 down linemen for the Eagles now. High snap. It's going to be a muff of a play. They're just going to have to try to make something out of nothing. And they're going to get 3 yards on the gain. Here's your 3rd and 4, Jared. A little short from what you talked about in that pregame show, but still 3rd and 4.
Yeah, it's better than last week. I mean, I feel like Wood River would have those 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. I mean, 3rd and 4, that's not bad. I mean, last week they were just carrying every time they ran the ball, it was probably 5-6 yards a carry. So tonight they're only getting about 2 to 3. So we'll see if we can keep that up all game, unlike last week.
Another pass play this time. They're looking for that second level. Quarterback's having to scramble, and now he can't do anything. He's going to go out of bounds. Loss on the play. Good pursuit there by the Eagles.
Looks like the Antonis is slow to get up now.
Run out of bounds by number 72, Anthony Antonis.
Antonis gets credit with the tackle as he's still down. Trainer's talking to him at about the 26-yard line. Salem sent their punt team onto the field.
Yeah, you can't run a play yet. You gotta wait till he's more off the sideline. He's still laying in the white.
So back to that pregame. Sponsors that helped get some food down there. Quarterback Club donated 60 shirts to former players and alumni. So if you weren't able to make it to the game, get a hold of somebody with the Quarterback Club. We can get you a commemorative T-shirt. And then we'd like to thank Holton Meats for their burgers tonight. Always a great burger and a crowd favorite. Joe Bacardi's for the toasted ravs and Tiny's for the wings.
All over Columbia, huh? That food.
Try to spread the wealth, you know. every week I always say they support us, so we need to support them, and that's what the Columbia Quarterback Club likes to try to do. And President Ron Hunsacker did a good interview with him today too. It was kind of just throwing him under the fire. So with the injury on the field, we are going to head to a break. So before we go to that break though, make sure you hit that button that says like, subscribe, get notifications so that whenever we go live, you hear us. So we will be back to the Columbia Multi-Purpose Field right after this. Welcome back. As soon as we went off, they got Anthony to his feet. Wasn't putting any weight on his leg, but he gets off the field. So it's going to be a punt for Salem. Really good punt. Going to be caught. Oh, it's going to be fumbled from the 40 to going to give a bounce straight ahead, and I think Salem's going to recover it.
And I think Dom was already looking downfield, took his eyes off the ball there. He was trying to see what lanes were opening up.
Ball turned over in a drop punt.
But you got to keep your eyes on that ball there. Salem's going to take over. An Eagle territory.
So got that Eagles defense off the field, which is what we needed, and back on the field now. I did not see who came on for Antonis. Did you see?
I did not know.
So 4-man front this week. Going to send a linebacker up. Going to be 5 guys. 3 linebackers. Got 8 guys in the box. It's going to be a play-action pass. Going to go throw it to the left side. He's got a first down. Gets absolutely rolled by Dom Vagley, but who got rolled from the Eagles over there?
Looked like our backside corner. Couldn't really tell what the number was.
Pass complete.
Couldn't tell if that was Mason or...
Knocked out of bounds by number 12, Dominic Vagley.
Couldn't tell if that was Mason Vagley or it might have been number 13 for the Eagles. Going to be another run up the middle. Fouling behind their big lineman is their big running back. He's going to get 3, maybe 2. They're going to give it to him. I thought he had 3. Officials give him 2. Second and 2. Second and 8.
Brought down by a host of Eagles.
Looks like Joe Kish, Carter Hicks, and Koenigstein playing on that defensive line at the moment.
That might have been Peyton Andrews, I believe, number 13, on that previous play that wanted the tackle, but got hit hard. They're going to go up the middle. Nope, going to bend to the outside.
Is that Kish?
Maybe a gain of 2. Good job by Kish fighting off his block, like you said there.
And that's what you want.
Joe
Now you're
Kish
going to
on
get
the
3rd and
tackle for
7
the
here.
Eagles. That'll bring up a 3rd down.
I would assume a play-action pass here like they have the first couple passes and get one of their up backs out to the flat area. We'll see what Salem has drawn up on this 3rd down play.
Eagles lead that Mandy McGuire group scoreboard with 6:30 remaining in the first quarter, 7-0. Salem got the turnover on the fumble. Going to be just a straight pass. They're going to throw it to the left side, going to give it up toward jump ball, and it's going to be nearly intercepted a penalty flag on the play.
Pass
That
broken
was
up.
good coverage.
Flag on the play.
I thought it looked real good.
I mean, he went up for the ball. That was Peyton Andrews again over there. I mean, he was in the right spot, went up, tried to high point the ball. I couldn't see any grabbing or pushing or shoving, but
No flag.
there you go. He waved it off.
Nope.
Nope. Never mind. We heard no flag, but they're still walking it off. So that will be first down and 10 from looks
Pass
like
interference on Columbia.
11 and a half, maybe 12-yard line.
Gonna be a 2 tight end look, running to the left side. Good job firing the gaps, getting in the backfield. Number 40.
Eagles, 54.
Cameron
Logan Hicks,
Janet
75.
and-
Number 4, Cameron Janet. Backing him up at the line.
Logan Hicks getting in on the tackle. Good job firing the gap there for Cameron.
Yeah, and I was standing down there for pregame during the linebacker drills, and Coach Tremaine was saying, I mean, this running back runs really hard. He's going to run straight forward, so you do not want to meet him up top by the shoulder pads. You have to go low and take his knees out. And that's what Janik did there. Great job of getting in the backfield, shooting that gap. And that brings up a 2nd and 12 now, which is exactly what Coach Tremaine wants.
2nd 12, 5 seconds on that play clock. Center motion man is the running back, and they're going to throw a screen. Going to be a gain of 3, and I'm glad that he fell over because all of our guys were sold out on the quarterback.
Pass complete to number 80.
Carter Hicks
No Hicks.
pushing towards that quarterback, and all the quarterback had to do is kind of just loft it over his
That'll bring
head.
up Salem 3rd down.
But he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage, so the original line of scrimmage. Now you got 3rd and 11 here. As Joe Kish comes off, looks like Kingstein went on with Schnabel and Carter Hicks on that defensive line now.
Trips to the right side. Running back left. Quarterback's going to roll to the left. He's going to roll away from his blocker and throws it out of bounds, hitting the chain gang over there.
Pass incomplete. That'll bring up the 4th down.
And it looks like they're going to throw away from Wetzel. The first 3-4 throws that they've had, they're throwing towards Peyton Andrews on that backside. They had trips right over here. They're going to go with that single side and try to make a play on Peyton Andrews. Now you got 4th and 11.
I like doing this with you, Jared. I would never catch on that they threw away from Zach every time. So you bring a new perspective in. You pay attention. So 4th and 11. 4:48 remaining in the first quarter. Trips to the left side, ball in the middle of the field. Running back left. They're going to stretch it out wide to the right side. He's got to get 11. He's going to fumble it as well. Eagles are going to finally knock it out of bounds. Luckily at the 5. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
On the 4th down. Columbia will take over on.
Imagine that goes into the end zone and they land on it in the end zone.
So after the turnovers are down, we will be celebrating 50 years of Columbia football.
Eagles are going to take over now at their own 5.
Please report to the west end zone area on the track with about 4 minutes left in the first quarter so we can recognize everyone between quarter 1 and quarter 2.
You just heard on the intercom, honoring all on this homecoming night who played previous seasons. 1972 is the first team 50 years ago. So pretty neat little feat here for Columbia. Vagley's going to be back in the backfield by himself. He's going to run. He gets through one guy. He gets to the 2nd level. Now the 3rd level.
Turn him on.
Turn on the burners there. Down. Get going. He's at the 50. One man to beat. Jukes him. Cuts to the 30. 25. 20. See ya. 10. 5. End zone for Don Vagley. 95 yards for a Columbia Eagles touchdown. That move he just made at the 30-yard line to cut back across the middle of the field. If he was going one-on-one, he wasn't winning that one. What an athlete.
Made up for that fumbled punt that he had a couple minutes ago. He said, yeah, I'm going to take this one myself, 95 to the crib.
Catch your breath, bud. You got a kick.
Those refs were probably out of breath, too.
So for the PAT. Good snap. Good hold. Kick is up. And it is good.
After it's in good, Dominic Bagley.
Dom Bagley. So far, the Columbia Eagles offense, 2 plays, 135 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Look at that, man. You did that on the spot, Alex? There's no way you just did that on the spot.
Well, you had a 40-yard pass and a 95-yard run.
All past coaches and players.
Not too bad for that Eagles offense. So that Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard now reads Columbia 14, Salem Wildcats 0, 4:23 remaining in the first quarter.
And that's just the start you want if you're Coach Horner. It makes your job a lot easier when you don't have to call a lot of plays. 2 plays, 2 touchdowns.
So now you see Bagley's coming off for the first time. First time this year for a kick. Now the Eagles are going to have a new kicker coming out for this kickoff, and a well-deserved break for Bagley. Well, they got the black jerseys on tonight, so the number is 9, but with these black jerseys, they don't always have everything available, so not sure who number 9 is tonight. But here we go. They kick it deep on a good kick. That's going to be caught at the 11. Good wall of blockers here for Salem. They go up
Scott
the middle.
Again.
Ben Scott firing down and making the tackle at the 26-yard line.
On the kick for Columbia. Brought down on the tackle, number 1, Ben Scott.
He's made a lot of tackles on the kickoff team this year.
That's one guy that's got a motor that goes 90 miles an hour.
And he's an athlete. He's just a great athlete all around.
Good showing here from the Columbia faithful again on a brisk evening here from the Columbia multi-purpose field.
Oh, it's football weather now.
I'm thankful we're in the booth. Trips to the left side now. Salem's going to have to throw the ball. Trips to the left side, running back left. They're still going to run the ball up the middle, and they're going to get tripped up as the big running back by number 5. I believe that's Peyton. No, that's Stephan.
Maddox Stephan.
Jason Sullins on the carry for Salem. Brought down by Cameron Janik and Carter Hicks.
And this is good, also good for Columbia, because if you're a power offense, run first, and you're playing from behind, you're going to have to start chucking the ball around a little bit, which you're not really used to. But we'll see what they have in mind.
2nd down and 6. Trips to the left side again. They're going to fake the run to the left. Quarterback's going to keep it himself. He's going to gain 4, and once he got to contact, he stopped right there. But it's still going to be good for a first down.
Dominic Bagley on the tackle.
Yeah, it's because he saw number 12 coming up. First down, Wildcats. 3:20 here left in the first quarter.
Salem has the ball at their own 37-yard line. 3 linemen, looks like Geronimo here. We're going to bring everybody. All those linebackers are stepping up. Coach G making the shift as Salem makes the shift. They're going to do a counter here to the left side. Quarterback is going to hand it off, get to the running back, who's going to gain 3. That was a slow play there as nothing was going.
It looked like, yeah, just a simple counter run there to the left side. But the running back had a hole over here to his right if he wanted to bend it back this way. But he chose to follow his blockers and only get 3 yards. 2nd and 7.
Eagles last week and even tonight sticking with that 3-man front. A lot of times when you see a running team, you're going to go another defensive lineman. We just bring the linebackers, and we do it this time. Blow it up in the backfield. We'll have to see who gets off on the pile the last. But
by Caney Stein and Wyke.
Brendan Wyke, he was back there in a hurry. So like I said, a lot of teams will throw 4 down linemen. We're just going to throw 5 linebackers at you.
Along with number 73, Tom Kenny.
As long as you have, if say you're bringing 7, you have 7 in the box, and then you have guys like Wetzel, Peyton Andrews, Don Bagley, and Mason Bagley playing up straight up man-to-man on the outside. So if it comes down to that, it could be looking pretty good.
3rd and 6, and the Salem head coach is going to want to talk it over. 1:40 remaining in the first quarter. We're going to stick with you between the first and second quarter.
All coaches
and
and
we will
watch
the honoring
you're not already down to the west end zone.
The 1972 team and all the other all the other teams here. So, Jared, you look back at this game, a lot of older guys, a lot of younger guys, and from your team, how many of your buddies are still active, watching the games, commenting, and filling you in whenever we get done broadcasting?
I know Sam and Nick Horner, they both watch it almost every week. They're always telling me if I did good or bad. But and then a couple other my buddies, Dylan Hildebrand every now and then he tunes in. Jordan Holmes every now and then tunes in. So got a couple friends that still check back in and see how the team's doing.
And that's a big thing, like Coach Jermaine said in the pregame show. It's good to have a following, and we're going to try to get a list of all of the former players starting from this year and go back as far as we can, get a list of the seniors, get a list of their numbers and emails, and be able to keep an alumni page going. So be on the lookout for that to be happening. 3 down linemen. We're going to send a couple linebackers from the right side. Ooh. They're going to run away from them. They're going to get caught in the backfield.
Is that Logan Hicks?
Cameron Janik and Logan Hicks, and that's
We've said their name a lot tonight.
Yeah, Janik's been shooting those gaps pretty good. And Hicks filling in for Brandon Jackson, who was injured 2 weeks ago.
He's now in a leg brace over here.
Yep.
At about the 42-yard line. He's got a full leg brace on. So 4th down and 5. Salem's going to go for it in their own territory. They got nothing to lose. Doubles to the left side, sniffer back left. Quarterback's going to bootleg to the left. He's going way backwards, wrong direction. Gets rid of it, and it falls incomplete, where the Eagles will take over.
Number 40,
turnover on downs. Good job, Columbia Eagles defense.
And there was Janik and Logan Hicks again putting pressure on that quarterback.
Eagles will take over, 1st and 10.
And I know I said that they're going away from Wetzel, but every time they want to roll out to the left side, which is kind of confusing to me because you have your quarterback rolling all the way around and has to throw it across his body. And they went for it there at midfield, so we'll see if Columbia can put another one on the scoreboard here.
Doubles to the right side. We're going to hand it off to Hudson Bryant to the right. He's going to have to come back, makes a couple men miss in the backfield. He's got 5 yards and a good run, making something out of nothing.
Hudson Bryant.
We'd like to ask all the former players, if you're listening, comment on the chat. We'll be able to read it live and let us know where you're listening from. We'll give you a shout out. So all the Wibs were here. He said the last 4 weeks they've had to watch us on YouTube. They actually made it to the game today. So we lost one listener there, but they're here in attendance with us tonight. Eagles are going to have to run one more play, as there's about 6 or 7 seconds differential on the 2 clocks. It's king set for the Eagles to the left side. Hand the ball off, fumbled on the play, right into the arms of a Salem Wildcat, and that is not what you wanted if you're the Eagles. So once again, shooting ourselves in the foot.
The play recovered by Brendan Lux of Salem.
Hang on to the football. You go up 3 scores, and this game could be over in a hurry. Just looked like a bad handoff there. Looked like Vaguely went to hand it to Bryant, I believe, was the running back.
And next week against Breeze Central, you can't have those 2 fumbles in the first quarter. You know, Coach Brian Short, great coach over there in Breeze, and he'll be all over that if we fumble the ball twice in the first quarter. So we need to clean that up for next week for sure.
Might have been Janik on the fumble. Going to be a pulled handoff, and it's going to be the quarterback this time. But what do you know? It's our quarterback making the tackle. Don Bagley shooting gap.
Down number 9, Salem.
And I believe that was Cameron Janik on our
Columbia
fumble.
14, Wildcats 0.
So that is the end of the first quarter. Columbia leads at 14-0 on that Mandy McGuire group scoreboard.
Ladies
We're
and
going to
gentlemen,
shift
if I
over
could
to
draw
the
your
former
attention,
players at the 10-yard line, and we will stay with us
marks
here
the 50th year in
for the
Columbia
50th
football
year
history.
of football.
Tonight, along with Principal Brian Reeves, we would like to recognize all past coaches and players, the pioneers of Blue Pride football. 1972 was the inaugural season of Columbia football, and tonight we have some members of that team present. Please help me recognize the 1972 Columbia Eagles. With us tonight are Dave Eckert, John Eckert, Jeff Davenport, Steve Ehlers, Al Farmer, Jim Hopkins, Wayne Goody, Mark Blair, and Coach Joe Day. Other members of the 1972 team were Paul Straub, Steve Ray, Dan Stockstill, Clark Deal, C.J. Lurch, Jim Friedrich, Jim Wilson. Players on the team that have since passed: Larry Soma, Gary West, and Steve Muskoff. How about a huge round of applause to all past and present members of Columbia football.
Pretty cool moment there for the 50th anniversary of homecoming, so thank you for all those guys coming out and supporting. And Coach Horner and Coach Tremaine, they always say Blue Pride is more than just a saying. It sticks with guys from year to year, so thank those guys for starting something, and now we got to keep it going. Second quarter is going to get underway with a pass play to the right side. This is the first time they've thrown to Wetzel. It's going to be a gain of 3. Good job on him coming back and making a break on the ball.
He's really good at reading that wide receiver whenever they're going to shut down their hips and run a quick hitch route. And that's what he did there.
Third down, 5 yards to go.
He made a good open field tackle for a good 3rd and 5 here at what Coach Tremaine always talks about.
3rd and 5 from the 45. It's going to be a tight end with the sniffer back to the left, running back to the right. The Eagles have 4 linemen. They're going to run to the left side, try to stretch it wide. Gets forced back in by what I believe was Wyke. Going to be a gain of 2, maybe 1, and another stop for the Columbia Eagles defense.
Joe Kish
number
again.
18, Gervais Mays on the carry for
tackle.
Wildcats. Brought down by number 75, Joe Kish.
4th down again at midfield, and looks like they're going to keep their offense on the field again. And try to get something going with this offense. Maybe 3 first downs so far in this game. Watch the football here.
This is something, like you said, we do that all the time. No other team tries doing it to us. 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers. Trips to the right side of the quarterback. He's going to look to his left. Throws and it gets knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. And another turnover on downs for the Eagles defense.
Take over on down for Columbia.
Gets his big frame, gets his big hand up in the air. And gets the stop. Eagles defense built Ford tough tonight. Doubles now to the left side of Vagley with a sniffer back left. Running back spread out way right. He's going to be the motion man. Going to be a fake to him. They're going to look for the deep ball. It's going to be a pass down to the corner, and it's going to fall incomplete. I believe
Dalton Rainwater.
Dalton Rainwater intended.
Just out of rain, number 34, Dalton Rainwater.
Got off his fingertips, it looked like, but I don't know. Would he have been in bounds? I couldn't tell.
The ball could have been thrown a little bit more in bounds, but that would have been a tough catch there. You said built Ford tough, like I was going to say, like that Cardinals bullpen today.
Oh, no.
That was not pretty.
Same formation on the right side. Going to be a run this time, and good job getting off the block for that Salem defensive lineman.
Cameron Janet, carry for Columbia. Tackled by number 43,
might have got back
Joel
to the line of
Johnson.
scrimmage, and that's it. That Cardinal bullpen was more like the Pittsburgh Steelers today.
Oh, that's another shot. Oh,
shot at Coach Kendall there.
And Coach Horner. Both Steelers fans.
Oh, yeah. Trips to the left side, 3rd and 10. Running back to the right, going to be a pass. No protection for Vagley. It's okay. He finds a snag route. He finds a first down. Wetzel to the 25, to the 20. Makes a man miss, tries to cut back in. And Zach Wetzel, ladies and gentlemen, gets the Eagles a first down and an additional 30 yards and gets us into the red zone.
All right, Columbia fans, that's good enough for a Columbia Eagles First down.
1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 12-yard line.
People are fired up tonight. We haven't seen it like this all year, I don't think.
Wetzel dancing around like a ballerina out there. He's got the homecoming dance tomorrow, and he's just getting practiced and warmed up. Begley's going to run to the right side, just a straight run, makes a man miss, lowers the shoulder, gets into the end zone for another Columbia Eagles touchdown.
Columbia touchdown.
Did you give him the skirt?
Yep, I did in the skirt.
He hit the brakes, puts the foot in the ground, gets into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the night. On the ground, he's thrown for one. Listen to the band. The band's trying to play the fight song right now, but
Very
you can't
subtle.
play. Yeah, you can't play it too loud when the play's going on. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. So now get that band fired up. Let's listen to it again. So that takes that Mean and McGuire group scoreboard now. Eagles lead at 21-0 with 9:53 remaining. We're going to head to a break, flip around the field, and we will be back right after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, where the Eagles lead that Mandy McGuire group scoreboard 21-0 after a 12-yard run by Dom Vegley getting into the end zone. He sends it deep, and it's going to take the return man back to the 1. It's going to be caught. He's going to try to get up to the middle of the field. He bends it to the right side. He's got the 30, and he's got a wall of Eagles. Ben Scott missed the tackle this time at the goal line, but he came down
12,
and made the tackle at the 35. Good hustle by Ben Scott.
Brought down again, number 1, Ben Scott.
His 3rd tackle tonight on kickoff. See if Salem can get something going here on the offensive side of the ball. We got some big boys up front. Might not move the greatest, but man, they do hog up that whole offensive.
4 guys at the line of scrimmage, 3 linebackers. They're going to go up the middle once again. They're going to get 5. Keeps his feet moving after that initial contact and gets 8. And after they go up the middle, Kenningstein's coming onto the field. We're putting the beef
ball
out
carrier
there.
for the Wildcats. Logan Hicks on the stop for Columbia.
Logan Hicks, how many times has he been called tonight?
I'd say 4 or 5 already. Him and Cam Janik both in the mix, shooting them gaps and making good tackles. He got 2nd and about 3 here.
2nd and 3, going to be a run right up the middle again. Going to get to the line of scrimmage, lowers the shoulder, forward momentum, gets them into Eagles territory, and a first down for the Wildcats.
For the Wildcats, picks up the first down.
And for people that couldn't see last week, that's literally what they did the
Wetzel
whole
and Dom on the
time
stop for
against
Columbia.
us. It would be 1st and 10, they'd have a 5-yard carry, 2nd and 5, and they get a 4-yard carry, 3rd and 1. Then they pick up a first down. And here we go again. It was like that all game. We just couldn't get a lot of stops in that first half. It was kind of hard to watch, but a lot better tonight.
Pass play this time, looking for the right side. Wanted the double move. I was looking to the wide receivers and in on the sack there for the Eagles. Looks like Brennan White.
Brennan White on the sack for Columbia.
From the blind side.
That'll break up a 2nd down and 14 to go.
So a loss of 4 on the sack by White. 2nd and 14 moves them back into Wildcat territory. 8:20 on the clock remaining. We're going to have a couple guys from that 1972 team come up, do a quick interview during that Century 21 halftime show. Salem's going to go up the middle once again. Good block there, getting a hole open, but they're only going to gain 2. And a slew of Eagles making the tackle after a short game. Bring up 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12.
Bring up 3rd down.
And that D-line and linebackers are already playing a great game tonight.
Brings up a big 3rd and 11.
Just stuffing up that middle, closing up them gaps, and letting linebackers come up and make tackles. That's all you can ask for. 3rd and 11.
Watch the football. Watch for some double moves. We're going to have trips to the left side, running back to the left. Ball on the right hash. They're going to roll. It's going to be a screen. Quarterback just flips it up. Getting chased down there by Carter Hicks.
Number 2, Carter Hicks.
Look like
it falls incomplete.
Look like Kyler Murray running away from Aaron Donald right there.
That guy, you watch Aaron Donald, he's in the backfield, I would say 80% of the time. Just his quickness, his hands, his feet.
Not quite this year because he's getting triple teamed almost every play, but yeah, he's one of the greatest to ever do it, that's for sure.
So Salem's going to have to punt to Vaguely. Punter's going to kick it off, nearly gets blocked.
There's Logan Hicks there.
Going to be let alone by Vaguely, and it rolls to the 12. So with 7:10 remaining in the first half, the Eagles are going to take over at the 12. We're going to stick with it as the officials are ready to rock and roll, it seems like. Here at homecoming, week 7, Columbia coming in 4-2, Salem 1-5. A win here will get the Eagles eligible for the playoffs at 5-4 record. We need to get 6, get ourselves locked in. Eagles got a chance at the Kokia Conference title once again with the destiny in our own hands. So we need to win out, win this one, and win next week. Eagles are going to have 2 tight ends. Pistol back is Hudson Bryant. He's going to bend it to the outside. He's going to get upfield. He's got the 20. He's got himself a first down and a good play there on 1st and 10. That wasn't Hudson Bryant. That was Cameron Janet.
First down.
And that's good for him, coming off that fumble earlier that he had. Last week, having that fumble that he had on about the 3-yard line that would have got us on the board. So good to see him running hard, picking up first down.
Trips to the left side. Running back left, ball on the right hash. They're going to hand it off. They're going to go to the right side once again. Good blocking downfield. He's got the 35, 40, another first down for the Eagles.
Hudson Bryant, the ball carrier for Columbia.
Hudson Bryant getting in on the action now.
Brought down by number 70, Chandler Still, and number 84.
Midgets currently leading the Oilers 10-6.
Looks like that'll pick up another Columbia Eagles. First down.
One thing I saw right there, Rainwater did a good job getting in the way of his guy, but that's all he did. He didn't move him. He didn't really do anything. He just kind of stood there. So drive him out of there. Hicks was on the line of scrimmage. They just moved him off. We're going to have a motion man in Wyke. They're going to jet to the left side, fake it. Quarterback's going to keep it, and Vaguely's only going to get 1. Good job there by the Wildcat defensive lineman.
Down Vaguely on the keeper.
It's an absolute toad.
76. Brink.
He's listed on here as 6'2", 280. So, yeah, he can hog up that middle. It looks like he's playing nose right over the center. Nope, never mind. I'll take that back. It's to the left of the center.
4 linemen, 2 linebackers. They send one of them on a blitz who nearly goes untouched, and it's going to be floated up to Wyke.
Pass incomplete.
Good job by Vaguely. It was a good block there by Hudson Bryant. He came over at the last second. Vaguely scrambles and throws incomplete. 3rd and 9 now, 5:45 remaining on the first half.
What do you do here, Alex? 3rd and 9.
I'm going to scramble I'm going to roll to the left side and let my athlete make a play with his arm or his legs.
I think Wetzel's going to run a little sideline hitch right here. Nope.
Vaguely looks to the left side. He's going to have to scramble. Now they're going to have to flip it.
Oh,
Nails it down the middle of the field. He's got a guy at the 20, at the 10, into the end zone for another Columbia Eagles touchdown. Zach Wetzel.
What a job by Don Vaguely to step up in the pocket and take the hit. throw that ball downfield.
And a good job there by Wetzel. Whenever the whole defense shifted up to make a play on the running quarterback, he went deep, and he gets into the end zone for another big Columbia Eagles touchdown.
I think that's his second one on the year, Zach Wetzel.
Really, I would think he'd have more than that.
I did too. I was looking at it earlier, and
Wow.
he's got 23 catches for 239 yards and a touchdown. So
Good
his
snap,
second
good
one.
hold, kick is up, and it is good. So that takes that Mandy McGuire group scoreboard. Columbia 28, Salem 0. Wetzel averaging 10 yards. or so. 10 yards per catch. That's pretty nice. So we're going to head to a break. We will come back with the rest of the first quarter in that Century 21 halftime show after this. Eagles set to kick off here with the 28-0 lead, still in the first half. Vaguely sends it deep. Another good kick, gonna be caught at the 3. Nope, gonna be dropped. Picked up now by the Wildcat. He's got the 15-yard line, and that's all he's gonna get, nothing more. And is that Rainwater on the tackle there?
looks like it.
Or is it Hicks? It's either 54 or 34.
Oh yeah, it's 54.
54. Logan Hicks.
And that's probably the second time that kick returner dropped the ball right at the goal line. And if I were that coach, I'd say let that ball go in the end zone. We're losing yardage almost every time.
Yeah, you're losing 3 yards right there. At least if you get a touchback, it goes to the 20. So the Eagles defense having themselves a good first half. Let's keep it going and let's close the half out strong. I believe we receive, right?
Yep.
Motion man to the jet. Going to be a bootleg to the left side. Quarterback scrambling again. He's going to have to make something happen, and he doesn't.
Cameron
Janik in on the
Columbia.
sack at the 3. Second and a country mile after the loss of what, maybe 15?
It was like that NFL game last night.
Boy, that was brutal.
Man. Paying Russell Wilson, what, $240 million? It's unreal.
To not score a touchdown.
Yeah.
And to still not go for it. 4th and 1 and you throw the football, you need 1 yard.
Yeah, I think there was only not a lot of time left, so didn't have any time.
4 down men for the Eagles this time. They get a good push right away. They're going to try to scramble out wide. They're going to get into the end zone. That's going to be a safety for the Eagles.
On the tackle for Columbia.
Logan Hicks get into the backfield safety.
I can hear that coach say get out of the end zone because that running back could have got out of the end zone there and decided to run straight towards the sideline. And by that time, you had 3 Eagles right there making a great play. So now you get 2 points on the board and you get the ball back.
This is a game that Coach Horner kind of enjoy. I don't want to say enjoys, but when he gets an opportunity after a loss, if he can put some points up, he's going to do it. He's not going to sit back. You know, last week was a horrible game. And
maybe that was a wake-up call last week, too.
He wants to get some confidence back in the boys. And like you said, wake-up call right before you get into playoff time. Not a bad idea. So they're going to have to kick off, what, from the 20 or the 30?
I don't know if they do the punt like they do in college and NFL or if they just kick it off.
So.
I would think it'd be the punt because, I mean, nope, he's putting the tee down, so they're going to kick it off.
So the Eagles lead it now 30-0, 4:31, and they get the ball back.
Hey, my prediction's right so far.
Huh?
My prediction's right so far. I said goose egg and have 40. Let's see. 4:30 left here in this first half. See if the Eagles can punch one more in before halftime.
Good kick, gonna be caught by the second level man. Looks like Mason Vagley. He catches at the 47, finally gets upfield.
Ooh.
He's into Wildcat territory and takes
Mason
it
Vagley on the
to
return.
the 37. I'm going for the house right here. I'm going end zone call. I don't think Coach
Brought down
Warner
by
will.
number 65, Wyatt Jones of the
wheel route?
Wildcats.
All right, yeah. I'm going to send my running back in motion to the right side. And then I'm going to have Wetzel just go on a deep vert. Get the eyes moving over here for the safety to what would be the safety's left side, and I'm going to throw it over the top. Doubles to the left side, ball on the right, hash, running back to the right. We're going to look to the right side. We get everything moving, and it's going to be intercepted nearly. I didn't see what happened at the line of
Pass broken up by
scrimmage.
number 10, Kane Huggins of the Wildcats.
His first
Second down,
read
Columbia.
was over here to the right, and then he looked to his left, and I think he wanted Wyke on that out route over there, but that linebacker was already there to read that. So real lucky play there for Don Vagley. A lot of other teams they catch that, and that's 6 right there. So
Yeah, you do that next week. That's a difference. It's a horrible feeling as a quarterback when you see the ball midair and you just see the other jersey in front. I mean, oh boy.
and then you're the last line of defense. You got to go tackle him.
Yeah.
man.
Blitz picked up by the Eagles line. Good job. Bryant's going to get to the line of scrimmage where he gets hit, but thrown forward for a
Hudson Bryant on the
gain
carry for Columbia.
of 2.
Number 10, Kane Huggins on the tackle for the Wildcats.
Kane Huggins kind of tackled him, but then pulled him forward and gave him 2 extra yards instead of driving him back. So 3rd and 8. Doubles to the right side, ball in the middle of the field. 3:52 in the first half. Running back right, sniffer back and Hicks to the right.
Got him.
And we get him the jump. Offsides on the Wildcats, gain of 5. Brings up a 3rd down and 3 now.
Offsides Wildcats. 3rd and 4 for Columbia.
Clock keeps ticking. Now you're going to have a running back as your pistol back in Janik. He takes the handoff. He gets a 1st down, follows his big blocks, keeps his feet moving. Mason Schnabel's 15 yards down the field making tackles or blocks. I believe with Kenningstein was down there as well, so good job by the
And
big
Janik on
guys
carry
getting down
again
the
for
field.
Columbia. Picks up the
It looks like
Columbia
Coach
first
Horner's
down.
going quick now. We're already up on the ball running the next play, and it looks like it's going to be the
Same
same
play.
exact play. It's going to go up the middle, fighting for extra yards, maybe going to get 3.
Cam Janik on the carry again.
And
Number
Coach Horner
84,
loves that
Caleb Smith
tempo,
with the stop for the Wildcats.
trying to get your defense on their heels a little bit. Now he's going to take his time. All the players looking over at him now, calling in a different play. And he'll probably try to work this clock a little bit. 2nd and about 7.
Under 10 seconds now on that play clock. Vaguely looked over to Horner and said slow it down a little bit. Doubles to the right side. Pistol back. Janik's going to take it. He's going to follow his lead guys and was able to get tackled from behind.
And Janik up the middle
If he
again
gets
for
through number
Columbia.
84
Number
there,
84,
That's probably
his own
Caleb
end
Smith
zone.
on the tackle.
We've said number 84 a couple times. Again, he's just number 1 in our hearts.
Not on the roster.
Not on the roster. Doubles to the right side, still going to be taking our time. Really taking our time. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Vaguely takes a snap, going to be a handoff once again. Spinning around is Cameron Janik. And I think he's going to get a 1st down there.
Cam Janik on the carry again for
He was
Columbia.
spinning around like a ballerina as well. Homecoming this week at the dance tomorrow night. Going to feel a little bit like the Bachelorette when they give the
I'll
rose.
pick up the Columbia first down.
The guys are going to be given the, is it a corsage?
I don't know. I
I think it's a corsage. Corsage and boutonniere, I think, something like that. I think that's
Could be like
flowers.
the Bachelorette, huh?
Yeah. Give a rose, give a flower. Doubles to the left side. 1st and goal for the Eagles. Going to hand the ball off. They're going to run to the right with Janik. He's going to gain 2.
Janet from the
And
carry
now if
again
you're
for
Coach
Columbia.
Horner, now you need to get into
Run
the
down
end
by
zone. Enough
number
messing
43,
around.
Cole Johnson.
Did you go on dates with all of your homecomings? Or go with a date?
Yeah, freshman year, no. Next 3 years, yes.
I think a lot of them now, it seems like they go with their friends.
Yeah, it's just like a big group.
Eagles going to have tight end. Nope, no tight ends. It's going to be doubles to the right.
Carter.
Bootleg. Carter's open. Carter's got to catch it. He does. Now he's got to get in the end zone. And he does for another Columbia Eagles touchdown.
Number 2, Carter Hicks.
Carter Hicks for the first touchdown of the year. Coming into the night, 3 receptions for 27 yards. And he gets in. Good job by Jared calling that one out right away.
I got these stats right here in front of me. I've been looking at them all game.
So for the PAT, good snap, good hold. Kick is up and absolutely crushed as it lands on the track, and that is good.
PAT good.
That takes the Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard. Columbia 37, Salem 0, 48 seconds remaining in the first half. When we get into that Century 21 halftime show, we are going to have the band performance, and then we will be joined by Steve Ehlers and Jeff Davenport, both part of the 1972 team, here on this homecoming game. We're going to stick with you here, though, as both teams come out onto the field. The band's making their way over to the sideline, but they're still able to play the fight song over there. Typically, when they start moving, they kind of get themselves ready, but they played the fight song. Girls did the push-ups.
I want to know what that Salem East Altonwood River game looked like. Salem only lost by 7.
It was 42-34, and it was just a track meet on the outside from what I saw.
Salem scored 30-something points.
We couldn't have really played any worse last week, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to give it to East Alton. They played well. We just played horrible.
Oh, God, she was not ready for that one. Kickoff almost hits him right in the forehead, right off the helmet. Still able to
pick it up.
Number 1, Ben Scott on the stop.
Ben Scott again. Have a day. Now it looks like he's in playing a little D-line.
Kripp going out getting the football. It's all the way across the field. He's getting his running in. I wonder if Kripp and his girlfriend Amy will be going to homecoming. I don't think they will.
Yeah, most likely not.
Yeah. Trips to the left side. Throw a quick out route. Number 4 catches it at the 40. Clock's going to stop. 37 seconds. Salem trying to get into the end
on the
zone.
reception for the Wildcats.
If the Eagles, they
Knocked
do
out of bounds by
recover,
number 3, Zach Wetzel.
or receive rather, that second half kickoff, have a chance of getting into the end zone, and then it's going to be a 40-point game, and that's a running clock.
And that's what I think Coach Horner was trying to do there. Kind of waste a little more time, punch one in the end zone because he knows he gets ball at half. 2nd and 5 here for Salem. 37 seconds left in the first half.
Trips to the left side, running back left. Up to the line of scrimmage, quarterback takes the snap. He's going to step up into the pocket, chase from behind.
Ben Scott.
Ben Scott on the tackle, not the sack. Good play there.
Samuel Green on the
blowing.
keeper. Back by number 1.
Timeout Salem.
Ben Scott.
Timeout Salem with 24 seconds remaining in the first half before that
Timeout
Century
Salem.
21 halftime shot. Salem, pretty decent crowd here tonight. Eagles once again got everyone down the sideline. I'd like to thank Ground Greetings for their donation. They put some signs in the ground for us saying Columbia Homecoming, 50 years of football, so they gave us a half-off discount on that. So I'd like to thank them for that. Those are pretty neat little additions. I got a picture for the Quarterback Club page. It looks pretty good, so thank you for that. Summit Signs, once again, thank you for your signage that you donated earlier this year and that we put up every week before the games. The big one, though, I think, is Joe Bacardi's tonight with the chicken bodega and chicken parm. We're going to have that every week right now if we're going to play like this. 3rd and 1. Doubles to the left side. Motion man is your running back. Quarterback looks. They're going to do another screen. Sniffed out by the Eagles. Good job, and I think it's going to be another stop.
Who was that sniffed? That was Joe Kish again. He's
No
having a great night
reception for the
so
Wildcats.
far.
75, Joe Kish on the stop.
I think that's going to take us to halftime.
Yeah, it's 4th and 1.
Good job. You think Coach G said, hey, watch for the screen right there?
Possibly.
And that'll do it. That
That'll
Mandy
bring your
McGuire
homecoming
group
game at
scoreboard
halftime. Eagles
reads
37, Wildcats
37,
0.
Salem Wildcats 0 at the end of the first half. We're going to run into the Century 21 halftime show now. Band's going to come out on the field as our boys head over to the concession stand, so we are going to head to a break, and we will be back with the band's performance right after this.
That number is 701491. Again, that number is 701491. Entertainment. The Columbia Marching Eagle Band will perform their halftime show. That's No Moon, a Star Wars show. The band is under direction of Mr. Christian Avis Rouse and color guard coach Jessica Janik. Drum majors Madison Groom and Amy Velnowski, take it away. Attention, band and color guard parents. Marching band yard signs are for sale tonight at both concession stands for $10. All proceeds benefit the band trip to Disney in the summer of 2023. In recognition of the 50 years of Columbia football, we have some statistics. In those 50 years, Columbia has compiled 290.
Welcome into the Century 21 halftime show presented by Century 21 here in Columbia, Illinois.
Also,
We are live again from KCHS in the Columbia Multi-Purpose Field, and we are joined tonight by a couple members of the 1972 football team and Captain Steve Ehlers and Assistant Captain Al Farmer. And gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight, and thanks for coming home.
Thanks, Alex, for having us here. You know, it's great to see this great facility that you have here, and our class really appreciates you, honoring us today, and wish would have been sooner. Maybe more of our guys would be alive to be here since we're old farts.
Are you speaking of the old farts coming in, playing on the leather helmets with, we said, no face masks, right? Is that what we said?
I believe Alan Farmer was one that started that one.
Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. So, you come back, you come home. You guys said your first year it was kind of, hey, we're going to do a football team and we're going to put a field up. And wasn't the facilities that we have today. So I guess, I know there's big changes, but say a couple changes that you wish you guys would have had, or what it was like playing, I guess, whenever you played.
Well, one of the things that we didn't have nearly the coaching staff that you had here, but we had Coach Cruz and we had Coach Day and Coach Mossberg, and with the field that we had, the field was the old Blue Jay field up here, and it was pretty hard to work on. This field's a lot nicer and would give us, a lot more fun to play on.
So Al, I'll come to you now. You didn't have to travel from California like Steve did to come home, but do you still come out? Are you still a big supporter of Columbia Eagles football? And what's it mean coming out and having 50 years on your chest there, 1972's team?
Yeah, I really don't come out to watch as much as I should, but I enjoy it when I am out here. Saturday night games with the lights is definitely a whole lot better than Sunday afternoon when it's hot.
Saturday
afternoon, yeah.
Yeah, we never got to play night games.
Yeah.
At home.
And
bleachers are nice. It's just a nice facility.
And that's something, we take for granted now. You guys always played on Saturdays, and you wish that you could have played on Friday nights. Now, in today's game, everyone plays on Friday night, and you play on that Saturday afternoon, because that always means playoff football. So it's funny how it comes around full circle from going from wanting to play on – you guys wanted to play Friday nights. You played on Saturdays. So what's it mean? Are you going to stick around? Are you going to keep coming back? We got the Columbia Quarterback Club's big supporters of not only high school football but Blue Jay football. So do you think you're going to stick around? Would you like to be involved more? And how can we get you involved more, I guess would be another good question.
Well, I think you did a great first step tonight honoring the 50 years here and getting the message out there that you appreciate all those kids that have come out and spent the time, and now honoring them might bring more of them back around to get more interest into it. They might be able to get more funds for the team to be able to get better uniforms or whatever you need. And I'm sure a lot of the guys here would be avid supporters because we took the game serious when we played, and I'm sure it's the same today.
Well, we thank you for joining. We thank the Columbia Quarterback Club for having the tailgate before the game today. And as we're about 40 seconds away from the second half here in the Century 21 halftime show. So as you guys say, thank you for the shirts, the commemorative T-shirts, 50 years in football. So if anybody didn't get a shirt and they would like one, comment on us, get us a message, and we will get you a shirt. So, gentlemen,
once an eagle, always an eagle.
Once an eagle, always an eagle. So now we say Blue Pride is the big phrase that Coach Horner and Coach Germain have. So they always say Blue Pride with everything, and it means a lot more than just saying those two words. So it's funny that you mentioned that. It's funny you mentioned that. So. So, gentlemen, thank you for coming up. We're going to keep in touch. We're going to try to get some emails and some phone numbers from you, and we're going to get this alumni going strong and try to get everyone involved.
One thing I'd like to say, if you guys are doing this on computers and that's awesome. I would love to watch that when I'm out in California.
It is on KCHS on YouTube as Zach Wetzel takes the opening kickoff of the second half. He's at the 50, 45 into Salem territory, where he's brought down at the 42. So make sure KCHS on YouTube. You can watch anything from football, volleyball, plays, choir concerts. We got it all on there. So thank you, gentlemen, for coming up, and hopefully we can do this in a couple more years with all you guys coming back home again.
Thank you for doing this, and from our class, we appreciate it, and go Eagles.
Go Eagles. That's how Jared goes out every game. Eagles got the ball now in Salem territory. Doubles to the left side. Running back right, sniffer back right. Going to be a run to the left side with Hudson Bryant. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage with a big block there from Wyke. And Eagles slow to get up. You look at Coach Horner there telling Hudson Bryant to get back upfield. And he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Always fun having the alumni coming home. So thank you to those gentlemen. We had about 8 of them from that 1972 team. Come and join us. Trips to the right side, ball on the left hash, running back to the right. Vagley's going to roll to the right side. He's got Wetzel on just a quick route that's pretty simple. It's going to be good for a first down, getting to the 30-yard line. Eagles moving the ball here, 11:38 on the clock. Eagles go up by 40. It is a running clock, so that's the goal. Me and Jared were talking a little bit in that Century 21 halftime show. It kind of had that feel that Coach Horner was going to put up 40. And Jared said that in the Aces Wild pregame show as well. So Jared spot on tonight with his predictions. Doubles to the right side, sniffer back left in. Carter Hicks done a great job here tonight. Bryant running back to the left side. He's going to lead block for the jet sweep. Nope, going to be kept by Vagley. He's going to get to the right side, get over near the first down marker before he goes out of bounds. They faked the jet. Vagley kept it himself and ran to the right side. Waterloo currently down 42-0 at half, and Freeburg leading that Cahokia Conference matchup 17-14 over East Alton. Eagles once again in control of their own destiny. Need to win out for a conference title. Motion man is Bryant. They're going to throw to him. Good stalk blocking on this side by Mason Vagley. They're going to make a couple guys miss is Bryant, and I think he's going to get the first down. He gets to the 20, and the white hat says, move the chain, boys. First down, Eagles in the red zone.
Huggins on the stop for the Wildcats, along with King.
Student section's kind of disappeared on us now. Fans are sticking around on a cool night. A couple blankets out here. We're in the warmth of our press box. Two running backs to the left side of Vagley, pistol back behind him. Going to be a handoff. He's going to follow those two running backs to the left. Is Cameron Janik. Gains a couple.
Cam Janik on the carry for Columbia.
Maybe two. And brings up a 2nd and 8.
For the Wildcats.
Coach Horner pulling out all sorts of formations right now. And in a game when you're up 37, try not to give away too much of your stuff as you got another big game next week when we travel to Breeze Central. We're going to do the same formation, this time to the right side. Horner slowing the game down again with quarterback Vagley. Split out by himself is Wetzel. Going to be the same play, this time to the right side. Good job getting behind the lineman is Cameron Janik, but again, only gaining 3. Brings up a 3rd down and 5.
Cam Janik, the ball carrier. Caleb Smith.
3rd and 5, Jared, what do you think you're doing on this one?
On the stop for the Wildcats.
What we got? Ball in the middle of the field. I'd almost go trips over here to the left or trips to any side, and I'd give Don Bailey the ball and let him do his thing with his feet.
See what we're going to do. We're going to go doubles. Running back going to be a fake. Vagley's going to pull it. He's going to throw it. Good move there by Wyke. Gets upfield, gets a first down, and knocked out of bounds at the 7. Little RPO action there.
Sorry, I had the defensive headset on over there. Coach Stumpf let me hop in for a little bit.
What'd you call over there? Anything good?
Oh, no, because we're on offense, so I was just talking to Coach G down there.
On the 7-yard line.
Eagles get a first down inside the 10-yard line. Gives us 1st and goal from the 7. I had to count my hash marks. I did math real quick earlier. This time I had to actually count. Doubles to the left side. We're going to hand it off, run to the left. It's going to be Hudson Bryant. Not going to get much of anything as he's going to go down after reaching the original line of scrimmage before getting driven backwards. Like we said earlier, mention, comment where you're listening from. If you're an old alumni and you're listening, let us know. This drive really slow here for the Eagles. 8:30 remaining in the first possession of the second half. Vagley's going to keep it himself. Run to the right. Great block kick out by Wyke. Vagley's going to cut back upfield and get into the end zone for another Columbia Eagles touchdown. Great stalk blocking again by Zach Wetzel.
I've seen that all year.
8:22 now on that Mandy McGuire Group scoreboard. Columbia puts up 43 currently, barring the PAT, and that's going to be a running clock once the next drive begins. Wetzel on for the hold. Low, he picks it up, and Vagley is able to get it off and sneaks it through the right side. And it is good. So that takes the score. Columbia 44, Salem 0.
I like that coat that Coach Horner has on down there.
That looks like an old school coat.
Yeah, I think it is.
Looks like a little bit of a raincoat-esque kind of feel like they would have on Sundays. That's got to be a throwback. There's no way he just had that made up today. Miss Harris lets us know that she's listening, and luckily she is down in Fort Myers, but she's inland enough that she was able to save a little bit from the hurricane. So Last week we gave her a shout out and we weren't sure, so we officially got the word back that she was inland enough and safe and sound. Jared, we're going to do a little math here tonight. I think this is going to be the most push-ups
For the Eagles
for the
this year?
cheerleaders. For the cheerleaders, yeah.
Want me to take this one over then while you
You
do
got
the
it.
math? Looks like he's going to catch this one at about the 21-yard line. Eagles are all over it there. Only gets up to about maybe the 28.
Matthew Sellers in the return for the Wildcats.
Unofficially, 181
Wow.
push-ups tonight for the cheerleaders.
Unofficially?
Unofficially, of course, yes. Looks like the Eagles are going to be subbing out some
the
of
clock be running?
those. The
Or
clock
is
should
it
be
after?
running. Maybe it's his first play. The official just started the clock now. Nope. He started the play clock. Game clock should be rolling. 1st and 10, Salem ball at their own 28. Quarterback's going to keep it, try to go up the middle, not going to have anywhere to go. Keeps his feet moving, though. A couple of the Eagles have given up on the play. Good running there by the Salem quarterback. Gets 13, 14, and a first down. Who went flying in at the end there?
Daniel Green on the carry for the
Haven't seen that
Wildcats.
almost all night.
Pushes the pile up for a
Columbia
Wildcats
defense
first
is
down.
read their
Every Eagle on the tackle.
everything they're supposed to do. D-line, like I said earlier, has played really well, kind of forcing those running backs to cut back whenever those linebackers are already filling those gaps. So great job by the defense tonight.
1st and 10 for Salem. Clock keeps running, trips to the right side, running back to the left, fakes the handoff. Quarterback's going to keep it himself, go to the left side, get out of bounds after a gain
Daniel Green on the
of
keeper runs it out of
8.
bounds.
Brings up a 2nd down and 2. Whoa, he ran out of bounds sooner than I thought he did. 2nd and 4. Once again, we'd like to thank the 1972 team for coming home and joining us in that Century 21 halftime show. Some good stuff from Steve Ehlers and Alan Farmer. Going to be another pass, this time to the left side. A quick hitch route, going to be caught. Brought down, I believe that's going to be Logan Hicks
Pass complete
from
to
his
number 12,
linebacker
Mike
position. He
Baker.
does a great job getting out and making the tackle
Logan Hicks on the tackle.
outside, not even just inside.
And what do you know? They're staying away from number 3 again.
Wildcats a first down.
Wetzel having a pretty big game tonight. Opened up that second half with a great kick return. See if Columbia can get another stop here. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Before the snap, false start on the wide receiver here closest to us, number 4.
Salem.
Haven't said too much about their wide receiver, sophomore Braden Rector, 5'11", 160 with the false start. Loss of 5. 1st and 15. I bet you they just call the same play.
Looks like Rainwater in at safety now, and for Don Vagley, getting him a little rest on the defensive side of the ball.
3 down linemen for the Eagles. They get in the backfield right away. It looks like number 5. Is that Stefan?
Yep.
It is on the tackle. Good job getting in the backfield right away by Maddox
Number
Stefan,
5,
the junior.
Maddox Stefan on the stop for the Eagles.
Were you a big pink wearer whenever
Yeah.
October rolled around?
Yeah, a little bit. October's like my favorite month in the whole year, so.
I'd have to agree.
Yeah, we had a big birthday this past week, didn't we, Mr. Schlemmer? How old you turn?
29.
29. Getting old, man.
You're going to catch up one day.
Hey, mine's in
Fake
4
it once
days.
again. Quarterback goes up the middle. Big hit there after a gain of 10. Good job there
Stood
by
up.
the Eagles.
Daniel
Rainwater
Green on the carry up the
standing
middle.
him up and driving him back. You got a birthday coming up too, you said?
Maddox
Yep,
Stefan.
Tuesday.
Logan Hicks on the carry.
It's my Michael
Sorry
Jordan
on the
year.
tackle.
You're Michael Jordan here. I like it. Any big plans, Jared?
No, I just need a big Rams W on Sunday. That's all I'm asking for.
Run this time to the right side. Good job, Logan Hicks. Chasing him down from behind. Loss on the play.
What a night for him.
What a hustle play right there. He's going to have to call Bobby Boucher. He needs that water boy here pretty soon.
What
On a
great
cool
move.
night. On a cool night, though. You know, Bobby would have been a little slow and not too many customers coming in. Fourth down and 8. Trips to the left side. Quarterback straight drop back. He's got all sorts of Eagles in the backfield with him, and he's going to go down. Another turnover on downs. Logan Hicks, Maddox Steffen, Kenningstein, Schnabel, and he threw. You see, yeah, and Hicks was back there too. You saw Schnabel right there when they called out the sack. He threw his hands up in the air.
We saw you. We got your name out there. I didn't even get to ask you about your alma mater, Mizzou, last week. That was a tough loss.
Oh, man, yeah. I was at the Cardinal game, and I was getting texts throughout the game.
Man.
And
It was a heartbreaker, dude.
I don't think I've ever sat at a game with my phone next to me with Hulu on so I could watch the Tigers.
I had a feeling it was going to happen, though. By watching that fourth quarter, it was just, we knew something bad was going to happen.
Oh, yeah. So clock keeps running now. Eagles have that 40-point lead. Under 3 minutes. Going to be a quick final 3 and final quarter.
It's like Mason in it.
Mason with a long pass to the right side. Good downfield blocking once again. Wyke, he's to the 20 and going to be brought down. Wetzel driving his man down the field on another good stalk block. Good for 32 yards on the first ball from Mason Vagley. The sophomore, I believe.
Now we're probably going to see a bunch of new guys coming in.
So Wyke off, Wetzel off. I didn't see who came on.
Looks like
Braxton Bosch came on.
Looks like 15, Habermill. Looks like Bryant still in at running back.
He's going to be your pistol back. Doubles to the left side. We're going to hand it to him. He's going to get behind his lead blocker. Just a little bit of a trap play, it looks like. Good for 5 yards.
Looks like Janet came on. Now it looks like Maddox Steffen's coming on for Carter Hicks.
Hudson Bryant, the ball carrier for Columbia.
Carter, another good night. Doesn't get all the stats, but he's the one that's leading blocking majority of the time.
And he had a big catch tonight. First touchdown of the year.
Doubles to the left side. Play clock under 10. Going to be a handoff once again. Good job. Jukin. Little patience there for number 21 for the Eagles, Hudson Bryant.
Hudson Bryant on the
Going to be a loss on the play.
Luke Anderson in the stop for the Wildcats.
Minute left here already in this third quarter. And if you're Coach Horner, you probably want to punch one more in here just in case they score and it's not a running clock anymore.
Do you take the field goal to confirm that it's a 7-point game?
Yeah, you could. Then they'll go for 2 and it's 39.
Going to be a pull this time by Mason
Mason.
Vagley. He's spinning around like the ballerina we talked about earlier, and he's going to be close to another first down for the Eagles.
Mason Vagley on the keeper for Columbia.
It's going to be fourth down.
Fourth down and...
Nope, looks like they're going to put those chains away
On the stop for the Wildcats.
and give them the first down, I would assume.
Hey, Alfie, switch it over to first down if you're listening. Nope.
Nope, they're going to go fourth and goal now.
9.5 yard line.
He thought he thought it was a first down. They're going to let that one go to quarter.
So that'll do it for the third quarter. A quick one. Eagles lead at 44-0. We will be back with the fourth quarter right after this.
That'll bring up the end of the third quarter. Homecoming Eagles 44, Wildcats 0.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter on 4th and 1 for the Eagles with the ball on the Wildcats' 9-yard line. Try to punch it in one more time. Doubles to the right side, sniffer back right. Pistol back behind quarterback Mason Vagley. He tries to get him to jump. Nothing going. Just run it up the middle, goes through his hands. Now we got to make something happen. Mason's going to have to run. He's trying to get something, but all he's going to get is a loss of 10.
Turnover on downs.
And Wildcats will take over. The second defense coming on now. Another movie quote. Brucey's time to shine now for some of these guys who don't typically get in the games very often.
On their own
I shouldn't have that popcorn. It's a great movie.
What's your all-time favorite football movie?
Oh, it's got to be Remember the Titans, man. It's got to be. That or Friday Night Lights for me.
Producer T-Nick, what do you got? Rudy.
Rudy, that's a good one. I like Radio, too.
Radio is a good one, yeah. Coach Jones. 3 down linemen, blitzing backer, pulls off. Going to be quarterback, handing it off to the right side. Going up the middle for a gain of 5.
Blindside's another great one.
Oh, man. TJ Weber, another Columbia Eagles player in the past. He does Weber bets, and he always does these little brackets all the time. So, TJ, if you're listening, we might have to get a football movie bracket going.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
4 down linemen this time. Hand the ball off up the middle once again. Big collision at the line of scrimmage.
Looked like Kish. Who was that?
Number 74 for the Eagles, Sean Horn.
A big hit there at the line of scrimmage.
Jason Sullins and carry.
Maddox Steffen comes
Brought
off.
down by number 74, Sean Horn.
Sounds like we have some proud parents down there for Sean Horn. As he gets in on the tackle, forces a 3rd down and 3 from the 29. 10 minutes to go in the ball game and homecoming. Quarterback hands the ball off to the running back. Strong run. Horn got his arms around him, but they're up at his shoulder pads, and he didn't have the leverage, and it's going to be a 1st down for the Wildcats.
King in the ball carrier for the Wildcats.
Usually whenever you're up 40 points,
tackle along with number 1, Ben Scott.
those coaches usually, Stump and Coach Baker usually stay down there at halftime. But I asked him, I said, shouldn't you guys be down there? I mean, you're up 40-0. He's like, it's cold, man. I'm staying up here in the press box. As they head down now.
Salem's coach heads down as well. Under center this time for Salem. Going to be a counter to the left side. Handed off. They're going to try to bend back down to the right. Gain another 5. 2nd and 5. So I guess now all of our headsets, are they all battery operated?
Oh, yeah, it's like a Bluetooth thing, yeah. There was no cords, nothing. It's just a straight headset.
We used to have a box up here as we'd see Baker and Stump just dropping the headset, so new ones this year. 3 down linemen this time, going to be a fake bootleg to the left, throws it downfield over the head and incomplete.
I feel like on every single one of their passes, they're having the quarterback roll out to the opposite side, so he has to throw it to his opposite, like, across his body. I know as a quarterback, I wasn't one, but you were. You normally want to not do that. You want to throw it, like roll out to the right if you're a right-handed quarterback. But they thought differently tonight. And that brings up 3rd and 5 for the Wildcats. 8 minutes left in this one. Going to go doubles to the left. Quarterback's going to hand the ball right up the middle. Maybe get 3 yards. Going to be short of the 1st down. Going to be about a 4th and 1 here. And they'll most likely keep their offense on the field.
Sean Horn on the stop for the Eagles.
And see if the Eagles can get a stop. We've seen it tonight. I'd say 2 or 3 times, turnover on downs. Don Vagley had a pick early in this game. We ran 2 plays for, 140-something yards.
135.
135 yards.
Unofficial.
4th down, they're going to hand it off right up the middle again. Looks like he's going to have the 1st down. So move those chains for the Wildcats. 7:13 left now in this one.
If Freeburg is able to hang on, it'll be them moving to 4-3, dropping Roxana to 4-3. Freeburg will get their first conference victory this year, dropping Roxana to 2-2. Going to be another handoff for Salem right up the middle. They're just getting 5 yards, 6 yards, maybe even 7 on that one. Keep it going. Columbia will improve. 5-2, eligible for the playoffs. Hopefully we don't have to come down to that as we still have 2 more games to go. 5-2, 3-1 in the conference. Breeze Central currently leading the way at 3-1. So if the Eagles want to share, if they would win next week,
Wood River is now up 30-17 against Freeburg.
Wow. Game changer.
16 unanswered.
2nd and 2.5. Another counter to the right side this time through the arms of a would-be Eagle tackler, and good for another 7 yards. And, well, that throws a wrinkle in all of this conference talk here now.
Jeremiah Reinhardt picks up the first down for the Wildcats.
So I would assume that would move East Alton to 3-1. Central beat Wood River, I guess, huh?
I believe so, yes.
So that would make it a 3-way tie. There's another run to the left side for Salem. Good for 5. Ben Scott was in the backfield, wasn't able to get the tackle. So that would put, say Columbia wins out now. I guess it would matter what Wood River does. If Wood River would get beat and we beat Central, would we be the conference champs? I don't know.
I think there'd be
a 3-way?
Three-way
Well,
tie.
Wood River would have 2 losses because they got beat by Central. So then it would be between us and Central. And if we beat them,
Central,
we win.
yeah, I guess.
We have to see who Wood River plays next week, as it's a run this time with the fullback just right at you real quick.
Looks like they're going to give them that first down as well. This second half, they've kind of, their lineman gets behind that running back or fullback and just pushes them for a first down.
Wildcats break the pile up, pick up another first down.
4:40 left now in this final quarter of this Cahokia Conference matchup on homecoming. 1st and 10. They got an up back to the left, doubles to the left. They're just going to run the same play right up the middle. 34. Going to break free to the right side a little bit. Going to have the first down, pick up a little bit more. Good run there.
Cannon King, ball carrier for the Wildcats.
First down, Salem.
Forced out of bounds by several Eagles.
2 or 3 Eagles in on the tackle. Couldn't really see the numbers over there. But 1st and goal now, they're going to say from the 10. So they're going to put the sticks away. And they got 4 downs to score. Going to be doubles to the right, tight end left, up back to the right. He's going to get the snap. He's going to hand it off to the left side now. Still fighting for extra yards. And they're going to push that pile again like they have this whole drive. Gets about 6 yards there, maybe even 7. We'll say 2nd and goal from the 4.
Drags it down to the 3-yard line.
Got to keep that goose egg up there, right?
Oh, yeah, you have to. I called it.
I would imagine that the clock keeps running. Regardless, the Eagles are going to just be running the football, so.
Looks like they're going to go doubles to the left here. They're going to run same play to the right now. It looks like he's going to be into the end zone for a Salem Wildcat touchdown.
Number 34, Cannon King in for a Wildcat touchdown.
It looks like the clock is going to stop after he scores that one.
So while all of that was going on, I was able to find out that Roxana and East Alton Wood River, that could be an interesting game.
That's next week?
Yep. So that's going to be your, I'm going to call it your conference championship. If they win, right?
Yeah, I would think.
We still got Central in the mix.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll have that all figured out for you next week in the Holton Meets Coaches Corner as the kick goes up and in through the uprights, making it 44-7. So, like I was saying, that Mandy McGuire group scoreboard now reads Columbia 44, Salem Wildcats 7, 2:53 remaining in the ball game in this Week 7 IHSA matchup, where the Eagles are about to improve to 5-2. The Wildcats are going to go to 1-6, and that's going to be a good one. I mean, Roxana and East Alton, you're 10 minutes, 15 minutes apart from each other, if that. So it's got to be part of a rivalry, you would think.
I look down here on the sideline. Mason Vagley's taking snaps. Looks like he's going to be the one to go out there and maybe take a knee at the end of the game. The best formation there is in football, the victory formation. We'll be seeing that soon. If we can pick up a first down, I'd say, and get some more time off this clock, and then you can take your knee and you're out of here with a win. Ball's on the tee. And the kick goes to the right side of the field. Might go out of bounds, and it does. Flag thrown on the field for the illegal kick.
CBC and Vianney tonight, 64-6. CBC wins. They improve to 6-1. Vianney goes to 0-7.
They put 34 points up in the first quarter. Looked like the Columbia Eagles tonight.
CBC was supposed to be one of the top teams in the area, and they have been. Milton, Georgia is their first matchup that they had this year. They win it, and then they got beat by Eastside 64-19, and after that they've really taken care of business. Eastside 5-2 on the year. Vaguely goes under center. We might just kneel it out the whole time, I think.
Just give them the ball back. I don't think we'll have enough.
It's going to keep the clock moving at least.
Who they got? They play tomorrow?
Nope, they play right now against Alton. Alton coming in the game 1-5, about to leave 1-6, I would imagine. That's one team, they could go into the playoffs at 5-4 with their schedule that they play, I'm saying, Eastside. They could go in at 5-4 and still win state. How would you like to go 9-0 and you look at your Week 10 matchup, you think you got it set. Your Week 10, you're facing off against the Flyers.
Yeah, they've been a powerhouse for some time.
As Vaguely takes kneel number 2, really hurting the stats on the run game. Who was the quarterback a couple of years ago? It was either Tom Brady or Peyton Manning. When they took a snap and they had to take a kneel, they ran back up to the original line of scrimmage and even pointed I didn't lose a yard on the play.
I don't remember. All I know is whenever they take a knee and it's Monday Night Football and I have fantasy players playing and I'm losing points off that, man, nothing more.
And we can now bet on sports in the state of Illinois.
Heck yeah.
So with the win tonight, like we said, Eagles are going to improve 5-2 and become eligible for the playoffs as Vaguely takes another snap.
Probably just punt this one away. Looks like Dom's going to come out after sitting out for a while and punt this one.
If I tell Dom right here, I'm going to say punt it and run straight out of bounds. Get out of the play. Don't do anything dumb.
Taking the Tigers tomorrow? They're playing Florida.
They're at Florida too, correct?
Yeah.
That may not be a bad play. I have to talk to Zach Daly. He knows all the spreads and all the information. Punt that goes down to the 31. Punt kind of rolled forward. Clock keeps moving, and probably going to be the end of the game. So we would like to thank all of you for listening. We're going to just cut it out real quick here tonight after the Eagles come on the 50th anniversary of homecoming and take care of business. They're going to win it 44-7 on a good night here from Columbia. A night that we got homecoming dance coming up, so we'd like to have all the kids have a good time tomorrow night. Be safe, be smart, and enjoy it. This is a good week of fun, and it's capped off by a good dance.
Especially when you win on Friday night, too.
Oh,
It always
yeah.
makes homecoming a lot more fun.
So the Eagles come in, take care of business. And if we talk a little bit about last week's game as we did in the Aces Wild pregame show, talk about last week's game compared to this game, night and day difference.
I mean, that first half last week compared to the first half this week, it was probably the best half of football we played, I think, all year long tonight. And last week was probably the worst half of football we played all year long. So having the coaches get them ready and just get the right assignments. I think all around everybody played really well tonight. O-line, D-line, athletes made some plays on the outside. So all around a really good game for the Eagles tonight.
And you look at it now, a good night for the Eagles, good night for the fans, good night for the players, everything. Great night all around. So with all of that being said, Eagles are going to improve 5-2 after the 44-7 win. Once again, thank you to our sponsors, the Aces Wild pregame show. They have their rib war tomorrow. Make sure you're up for that. The competition starts at 9. Cooking starts at 11. Come on up. They're going to have live music from 3 to 6. And they're going to be doing a giveaway, giving away $1,000, $100 to 10 lucky winners. So all you got to do is come up, sign up, and that's all there is to it. Pretty simple. So come up, Aces Wild, 208 North Main Street, for the Rib War. Thank you to the Columbia Quarterback Club for putting on the pregame tailgate for that 50-year anniversary. They have a Queen of Hearts going on up at Aces Wild as well. It's going to be over $2,300, only 3 numbers out of the board. So 51 weeks remaining for that. $2,300 plus on the line. Go up, support them. We would like to thank Joe Bacardi's for tonight's dinner. Chicken parm, chicken bodega. We need that more often. Eagles take care of business. Other sponsors tonight, Holton Meats and Tiny's for their wings and burgers. And another thank you to Grounded Greetings for the signage and the discount with that. And finally, a huge congratulations. Madison Groom, one of 200 recipients out of 85,000 across the country to get her flight or pilot's license, be able to buy a plane, gets a scholarship out of it. So with all of that said, thank you to the Chain Gang. Thank you to T-Nick, our producer, for Coach Horner, Coach G, Mr. Reeves, Mr. Stump, Mr. Kendall, Mr. Baker, Mr. Amsden. I'm Alex Schlemmer and Jared Germain. We're going to send it to the, what's it going to be? The Holton Meets Coaches Corner next week on Spotify, Inside the Nest. We will see you there. Have a good night.
Go Eagles, baby.